Insider. Music, dramas, movies, musicals, YouTubers, and more. Anyone who is anyone in their field, the insider of the bunch joins us every Wednesday to share insight of their world on Insider. Today we have a uprising YouTuber, entertainer. Girls, he has a six-pack. It is none other than the very good-looking and talented Chambo in the studio. Hello.
Hello. I'm so happy to be here finally.
Now, because of safety issues and everything, we do have to wear our masks, but I think our listeners want to have at least 3 to 4 seconds of being able to see that very good-looking face under your mask. So I'll give you permission to slightly lower the mask and look at the camera and say hello.
Let's do it. Hello, everyone. My name is Chambo. I am here in Korea, here with Isak, the legend herself, and I feel so happy to be here, and that's enough.
Okay, there we go.
Stay safe. No corona, guys. No corona.
Stay safe. Okay. So, Chambo, you've actually done a few shows here in Korea as well. You're kind of uprising on the entertainment side, too. So, you don't have to go into too much detail, but just kind of some of the programs you've done so far in Korea.
I've been on a few different programs on NBC, KBS, KTV, which was a government one talking about Corona. Corona is a really big hot topic these days.
Of course.
So, speaking about Corona in your personal life, on your personal social media, that gets you noticed as well. But it's just been such a privilege to be able to get my face out there during these really turbulent times.
Exactly. Okay. So I can sense an accent, and we need to kind of get to the bottom of this. So... from what I've heard through rumors and through a mutual friend that we have, you are originally from Down Under.
Yeah. I haven't heard that word in a while.
Did I do it right?
I don't think Aussies say the word Down Under, but it's correct. You did it perfectly.
Okay, so you're from Australia. What part? We need the whole life story here. So you're originally from Australia. What part?
So I'm originally from Sydney, Australia.
Okay, Sydney.
And after living there for about 22 years, I had the greatest honor of going to Seoul National University on exchange for 1 year.
Oh.
And then following that, I went back to Australia, graduated, joined into the world of corporate and accounting, where I lived in Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, mainland China.
Okay.
And then I went back to Hong Kong again, and then I decided, look, I have this huge passion for entertainment.
Okay.
I can't leave it anymore, and I moved back to Korea at the start of this year.
Wow.
Yeah, so 6 countries, 5.5 countries in total.
Wow. That's amazing. Wait, you were an accountant?
I was originally an accountant. And yeah, that it didn't suit me. Let's just put it that way. It was like this really forced thing where everyone around you has this certain expectation of what is success.
Of course.
So, finance, law, medicine, and...
Wait, hold on. Normally, when we come from an Asian background of a family, we think that they're very strict. An A is average, a B is you have no dinner, a C is you're not my child, that kind of stuff. But, I mean, it's a very stereotypical thing, but honestly, a lot of us do go through that. But to hear from somebody who is, originally from Australia and it's not your normal story, but, to be that was the kind of family I guess you were raised in.
Yeah, so I am born and raised in Australia, but my parents are Armenian. So I'm ethnically Armenian.
Okay, so it explains a lot.
Partially. The second part is I went to a selective high school.
Okay, oh.
So a selective high school, for anyone who doesn't know, is... I guess a smart school. You got to take a test to get in, and I don't like saying it, but I went in, and at the time in Australia there was a bit of a stereotype.
Okay.
That only people of Asian descent are good at studying.
Okay.
So as somebody who doesn't look of Asian descent, I was definitely a minority there. So for the 6 years that I was there at this school, North Sydney Boys High School, shout out. I was actually the victim of bullying because I was such a small minority in that school. So,
which was the other way around for what we normally think stereotypically. Yeah. Very interesting. Okay. Now, accounting, even though you say that, it wasn't something that you thought you were good at, I mean, at least you got into the field, so you have to be naturally good at numbers.
Oh my God. I think it was just something I worked really hard on. So I never studied accounting. I sucked at it in university.
We have some of our listeners like, I flunked accounting.
Yeah. Even if you flunk, it's okay. Just work hard and things can work out in the end.
Yeah. I think a lot of our listeners are just like, ooh, numbers. Ooh, no.
It's not an exciting field. It can be interesting at times. You can make it interesting.
Okay.
And I don't regret at all going through it because it's given me a great logical base of thinking for everything else that I do. But make sure you're working on what you actually want to do. Don't go too far deep into something that's not where your heart's at.
Of course, and that brings you here. So you literally dropped everything and just moved to Korea then.
Yeah. So last year in August, September, I was working in Hong Kong again in a blockchain job.
Okay.
Super corporate, super financial, and I decided, look, I've been waiting for 4 years. I knew from day one that my heart is in my personality. That's what I'm good at. I've worked so many years at becoming an interesting person. Why don't we put that into practice and see if that's actually true?
Okay.
So dropped it, came across to Korea, and here we are.
All right. So we have a question that came in. So we have a lot of female listeners, and as soon as I said you had a 6-pack,
oh god,
there was a little bit of a lot of questions coming in. So everybody, as soon as they heard like 6-pack, they were just very curious, and I'm just going to put you on the spot here to ask if you're single.
Next question.
Okay, then next question.
Yeah.
Ladies, it's a no comment. Okay, so you did say that you were here for a year. Honestly, I don't know. I feel that I didn't really have the best like university experience in general abroad or in Korea. I just feel like I'm not that good with that kind of a environment. But I do know a lot of my friends or people that I talk to, they do end up falling in love with the experience just going to university in Korea. So coming here for a year, was that the reason why you fell in love with Korea? Or did it kind of just spark an interest and then it just grew afterwards?
I think it was a good confirmation of interest. So starting in high school, having so many Koreans around me, that kind of got the base of, look, I can dislike these people who are treating me
bad
in a bad way, or I can learn their culture, their language, and maybe we can get closer. So that was my little seed of, K-pop is nice. This girl in the drama is quite attractive. And, it grows from there.
Okay.
Went into university. I actually came here on a 1-week trip at the end of my first year.
Okay.
And it was the worst time in my life. It was, oh my God, it was the middle of winter, minus 20 degrees weather. I had a few more unfortunate encounters with people on the streets when I was just trying to, figure out what I'm doing. And that served as even more inspiration for me to do it. I went back to Australia. I was originally going to study Japanese instead of Korean. I said, nope, I have a new challenge. There's no way a country can be so boring. I need to conquer it. So started learning Korean, started hosting parties and concerts in Australia, like Korean artists and everything in Australia.
Okay.
And the passion kept growing and growing. And then we got into Seoul National. Then we came across and we have a very fun time for a year. It was a very important time during the formative years of an adolescent or somebody young. So that left such a huge impact on my life that it became a passion that I can't lose no matter where I go in the planet. Yeah.
Wow. That's okay. So I hear that you have like a knack for languages. I mean, obviously you're saying that you had a passion for like, learning Korean and stuff like that. With the different countries that you've gone to, I mean, as you live there, you naturally kind of pick up things too, especially. So if I were to put you on the spot and have you like say hi in certain languages, how many languages do you think you can say that you actually do?
Confidently 4. I think anything other than that is just pretending, but 4, yeah.
Okay, 4. You know what I'm going to do?
Okay.
I'm going to make Chambo say hello in all the languages that you can.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, English first. English first.
안녕하세요 in Korean. Then we've got ni hao in Chinese, Mandarin Chinese. I won't go into Cantonese. I'm not that. Not really.
Okay.
And barevdes in Armenian. If there's anyone actually Armenian out there, that'd be pretty cool.
We actually, you'll be surprised.
Wow.
We do have a lot of different listeners coming in from around the world. Now, I was checking out your social media account. We are going to get into the fact that you are doing a lot of fun things right now. One of the big things that you've recently been getting into is actually voice work, it looks like. So a lot of like dubbing, a lot of, narrations and stuff like that is something that you've been doing too. Has that also been something that you've really been interested in?
I love anything that can get my literal voice or my, I guess, mystical voice out there. So being able to voice a character from behind the scenes is something super exciting. And when you can put your personality and that translates into a character, it's just such a fulfilling thing to do. Which I'm sure you'd understand from radio as well. You know, you become this image that you want to become. It's amazing, right?
It is. Okay, so it looks like that on the entertainment front, you're pretty much open to anything?
I'd say most things, like 99%.
99%
There might be 1% that we don't want to go towards, but yeah.
Now, I was looking at your social media and just the other platforms that you have, like your YouTube channel. I know you have other platforms too. Out of all of the Korean that you could have picked up on, I felt that you've picked up on the dad jokes, the 아재 quite a lot.
Yeah.
But I think it's actually really great for somebody who actually might be learning Korean, because you've been able to take a lot of words that I doubt any Koreans would realize is like two different words or like how you can memorize them. Were you inspired to make those because you found Korean or Hangul being a very challenging language?
I think it was something where while I was learning Korean, I kept on making these really terrible jokes in my head. Like, oh, that's a funny thing to say, because you're translating it to English and it's like, yeah, why is that word like that? But then no one makes that joke, or you would make that joke and it wouldn't connect with anyone.
Exactly.
So I sat on these jokes for something like 5 or 6 years. I was just waiting around, and suddenly it popped up like, oh, there's this new platform called TikTok. You can make jokes in 15 seconds, and if you're able to tell the narrative in a concise but understandable way, then boom, it connects. And I decided, what the hell, we're going to put one up, and it blew up. So I was like, let's keep going. Let's do it. All of these dad jokes, just send them all out. I love it.
Let's just throw every single one I thought up out of there. I love it, though. I swear, as soon as I saw some of your videos, I was on the floor. They were just, I was like, wow. Because I would never have thought of that. Because, even for me learning the language, you try to take the word for what it is. Instead of having some fun with it and breaking it down so you can memorize it a lot easier. So, yeah, your videos are extremely helpful.
Thank you so much.
Susu wanted to say something through Avi Live, says that you're cute.
Oh, thank you. Susu, thank you.
Okay, so it looks like that there's some people who are actually diving in and agreeing with a lot of these dad jokes as well.
I love it.
As you've been moving into Korea and just being here, for the past year, you've been here about almost a year now.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, you've been here about a year now. Do you feel that it's changed a little bit? Because I feel that now, the first time you came, the second time you're here for about a year now. What are some of the changes you've noticed? Is it a lot easier now that you know the language a little bit better, or?
I would say biggest changes, I guess how society is comprised has changed.
Okay.
Back when I was here in 2013 on exchange, I think foreigners in general, let alone foreigners who speak Korean, that was already a giant anomaly. But now there's just so many. There's 3 million. It's like 10% or something of the entire country. There's a different dynamic. And with that, a lot of changes have happened. Maybe before there used to be a lot more polarization towards foreigners, either good or bad. But now I think it's just, that's another person. I don't know if you feel similar about that.
Oh, yeah, no. I feel like for the rest of my life, I'm probably always going to hear somebody saying, oh, wow, your Korean's so good. Yeah, of course. And of course, I always take it as a compliment. So
absolutely.
A lot of our listeners are starting to get really excited about different questions they want to ask you. So, fam, if you have any more questions and messages for our insider for today, continue to send those in. He dropped his life because he loved Korea all the way from Australia. And if you have any more questions and messages for him, you can start stalking him, because we do have a few links for you on our homepage. And then you can start asking some questions after this. In the meantime, though, let's take a quick song break. We're going to take a quick break with Everglow on the track with Dundun and more of our insiders coming up next. K-Poppin fam and all Arirang Radio listeners, it's our 2 of K-Poppin. It's Insider Day. I'm your host, Isak. Today we have the uprising entertainer and social media influencer, Chambo, in the studio. Ooh. I have a question. This could be extremely random on a certain platform, but is Chambo your real name?
Chambo is not my real name.
It's like your influencer creator name, right?
It's been my nickname since I was about 10 years old.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so my real name is Chris Hamba Sumian, which is a bit of a mouthful, and that became Chris Hambo, C Hambo, Chambo. And the only time that anyone ever calls me Chris these days is it's either my mum or it reminds me completely of my office days, so I try to just avoid
not
it.
Use it. Okay, so fam, don't forget, don't call him Chris, call him Chambo.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Let's do this. I've noticed that your content, so I feel that because a lot of people are jumping into streaming or, content type of posts, one thing that a lot of people try to focus on is like who their audience is going to be. I think that you're trying to focus a little bit more on the Korean audience instead of a non-Korean speaker. Is that true?
I'd say it is true now. Mm-hmm. So with content creation, I think it's a bit of an exploratory process.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So I was just throwing out darts randomly and this thing happened to stick and I'm happy to go in that direction. I don't have a particular necessity to target, foreign audience or Korean audience. Whoever enjoys the content, I'm happy to make content for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. We do have one thing that I just don't necessarily do is because I know that there's certain YouTubers out there that have editors and they have like a team and they have like people that help them film and stuff like that. But honestly, about 80% of them still edit, shoot, do everything by themselves. So you are a one-man show or do you have a team?
One-man show. I would love a team. I would die for a team. It would be the best thing in the universe to have a team. But at the moment, solo. And I think that that's a natural thing. You got to start off, prove that you have the ability to make stuff. And that's when you draw attention and people come and want to join you as well.
Okay. Now, I did kind of talk about this in our first hour because we were doing one of our acting segments talking about like people, how they've been working from home. And I honestly had to come clean and say that I'm just not that type of a person to be able to... I think the reason why I'm so scared to even start any type of creating process is being consistent and like pushing yourself to get stuff done. Like you're a one-man show. There's not your mom or a teacher or your boss breathing down your neck to get a project done.
Yeah.
And if you're a procrastinator like myself, you probably are going to be sitting on those ideas and all that and just never get around to it. So what keeps you going? Like because I feel a lot of people might need this as like advice if they wanted to start their own channel.
I think it's funny that you asked that. I had a friend asking me at midnight last night, what keeps you going? How are you doing it? And it made me think, which is perfect.
Perfect.
I think there's two parts. One is I genuinely love it. Okay. I am naturally also procrastinating. I'm not a special being who just suddenly makes stuff. I sit around half the day thinking, what do I do? What do I do? But, the second point, which is I take that passion and then I have this necessity. I have to prove myself now. Otherwise, everything that I've built up to in this moment and everything that I've sacrificed to be here, it just goes to waste. So if I'm not making stuff, if I'm not out there selling myself, I'm not trying to make people enjoy my content, then I may as well just be at home in Australia where I have
family and more,
a better base. Right now you get some sort of payment from the government because of COVID, but yeah, I have this necessity to make myself known. Otherwise, all of this is for waste. Okay,
so that's just kind of keeping you going for now. Okay, now another one thing, and this is also from the aspect of myself, editing has become like, it's just like, I've been a person who has always been behind the camera, like in front of it where there was staff that have been doing sound for years and editing for years and angles and videos and cameras for years. And then all of a sudden, like a lot of these creators like yourself, you're a one-man show, you have to think about all of that. And so a lot of people, including myself, when we want to start being a creator or like an influencer and we want to start putting content out, we think it's going to be extremely expensive. Like we've got to get a tripod. We need to get a certain brand of computer so that we can have an editing software on it. So we don't have to buy like a $300, $400 software. Yep. It's just like you feel like once you start adding things up, it's just like money on top of money on top of money on top of money. Is this the right approach for people who want to start it, or do we just need to grab our cameras and start posting videos?
We all have phones. We all have editing apps on our phones that are free as well. When we get stuck, and I was stuck in it for a very, very, very long time as well. When you get stuck into the thought process of, if I only have one more thing, then my life will work. We will never get anything done. So you need to go out, take your phone. What is your concept? How do I tell a story with this? Shoot it, edit it, upload it, and it'll be terrible the first time. Just like when you start to learn piano. Can you be good on the first time you do it? Absolutely not. Do you need a grand piano when you're still learning? Absolutely not. Just learn the basics, figure out the storytelling, figure out how to engage with audiences, and as time goes by, then you can start investing in things that improve your camera quality, your sound quality, your workflow in terms of software and editing. But for now, anyone who's out there who is thinking about making stuff, just make it. Don't worry about reactions. You'll probably make the worst piece of content the world has ever seen as your first one. I know, because I did that too. Just do it and think about investments later. It's not worth it right now.
Okay, so don't try to think too heavily on what you need to start the process. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Nike is big for a reason. Just do it.
Just do it. Just do it.
I'm taking that sponsorship deal, yeah.
Yeah, if they give you one, that'd be great. So the reason why I actually even got a chance to come by Chambo, and we did have the honor to have him in the studio today, is you know DJ Ashley.
Yeah.
So how did this pop up?
We have a mutual friend.
Okay.
He's a super cool guy. His name's Drew. He works super hard as well.
Okay.
And nothing but respect for him. And we met at his birthday party. And over there, we spoke. And I thought Ashley's just such an admirable person as well. She hustles so hard as well. I was going to say a word we can't say. But yeah. She hustles so hard. I just have nothing but admiration for her.
Okay. Now, I saw BM even left like a message on one of your posts as well. So like the whole crew, it looks like.
Yeah, like we've gymmed together before as well with BM. He's super strong. Like he's got crazy good deadlift.
Wow.
Keep buff people. Buff is good. And yeah, like whole community.
Okay, now the most recent post, other than you totally promoting our show, so thank you so much for that, was, like I said earlier, you in a six-pack. And so you had this workout thing going on. So we need to kind of get to the bottom of this. It's for our listeners. Honestly, yeah, getting the gym, that summer body, yeah. Are you constantly on a strict diet, or do you just love to work out, or? Also
no. Well, it's honestly just habit. If you just work out 3 times a week, you can eat like crazy as long as you don't drink alcohol, to be honest. You will have a six-pack. It's not that difficult. Don't do cardio. I can't even breathe if I run to the end of this hallway. So I have zero cardio ability. I just do a weightlifting plan that's been taken off the internet, that's been tried and tested by thousands of people, and it works, And once you get to a certain point, I used to be really overweight, and I got bullied for that as well. I got to a certain point of thinness, and then from there, I just had a consistent, easy schedule where I barely have to do anything. And from there, maintenance is so much easier than making it the first time. It's so easy.
How is that? There's too many. Oh, but okay. Now, speaking of alcohol, I've been seeing a lot of your content. You seem to love soju. Yeah,
I used to be the soju king. So
how many bottles of soju can you down? Because in Korea, this is a thing. We ask how many, how you can drink based on how many bottles of soju you can down. So what is your drinking limit?
If we do consecutive one-shots of soju bottles, it would be probably 3 bottles. But if we're taking it overnight, maybe 5. But wow. It's going to be messy next day. It's not, we are not young anymore. The soju king has died. Now it's just the guy who sits at home and tries to eat a few eggs or something. I would love to have that old metabolism back. Okay. Oh, so you feel that your metabolism has changed a little bit? Oh, yeah, big time. It's definitely slowing down these days. Yeah. Okay. So the alcohol has been refrained a little bit more. Big time. Big time. You compare to 7 years ago, oh my God. Really? It's a different person. Really? Yeah. Did you try soju when you first came to Korea, or did you try it somewhere else? So the funny thing, in Australia, at least back when I was still a university student, 18, 19 years old, if you went out, alcohol would be very expensive. You'd buy 1 glass, and it would be, for a uni student, it would be $6 or $7. Okay. $5 US maybe. Okay. it's not much per glass, but when you've got a bunch of boys, like big lads, you want to go for maximum economic efficiency. So
exactly,
we discovered this magical bottle called soju that was being sold for $6 Australian per bottle. And we only needed like a couple of those to get everyone happy and have a good night out. So it became a thing. Soju was the number one thing for at least my social circle in Australia. And that started a big passion as well, yeah.
That's so cool, because I feel that most of my like listeners or people that I know, they say that they like went to a Korean restaurant or like a Korean barbecue and like, you know, everybody was drinking it, so they just tried it, that kind of stuff. But you just literally, none of that, just you found soju.
Well, it was still in restaurants.
Okay.
You still got to drink somewhere.
Okay.
So at the time, we'd go to 1 or 2 local spots
okay.
that were run by Koreans.
And they had soju.
Soju, yeah.
That is so cool.
Do you like soju too?
Used to.
Yeah, I understand the sentiment. I fully understand.
Used to. I mean, like you, if we take it slow, I think I can put in a little bit more than if we were
slamming bottles.
Yeah, doing shots and stuff like that, because that's just woo.
Woo.
Being here, I feel that a lot of foreigners, anybody who's mixed, anybody who's not Korean, I feel, or even if you're Korean, but if you're Korean American, you were raised in like New Zealand or Australia or other countries. There's a very easy way to, you know, make ends meet, and teaching English seems to be one of them, and especially since you have such an amazing accent, it does seem to be like a lot that's offered. I feel that somebody's probably offered you at least once or twice, would you like to come work at this institute and stuff like that. Is that something that you were thinking of maybe doing down the line? Because I know that you had a few like vocab videos that you posted on your channel as well. Would you ever think of like staying in that business?
Absolutely never.
Never.
No. So the way I've always thought about it, so for many years I was desperate to come back to Korea. That passion was still there. And I was trying to say, yeah, maybe Korea is not the place. Let's go to another country and we can get rid of that passion as well. But it didn't happen. I had offers not just for English teaching, but for other types of work in Korea throughout that time.
Of course, if you're an accountant, definitely.
And I thought, look, I've spent so many years studying in university. I've spent so many years getting this certification. Is this really conducive to my real life path? Is being geographically located in Korea more important than being able to raise a significant amount of capital with a better role overseas and then just moving to Korea and going 100% full power into my actual passion? So it was a calculated decision, thinking this isn't actually on my path. Being geographically in Korea is not as important as raising my bank balance so that I can fund my initial attempt at winning in Korea.
Okay. Now, I feel that because you have such a great sense of humor, stand-up comedy would be something that would be like great for you to do too and stuff like that. Would that be something you would like to pursue maybe down the line? That's
actually the first time I've heard of, I've never heard that as a suggestion. That could be something interesting. I think the biggest difficulty is that humor does not translate. Even when I look at American humor, some of my friends, they'll be bursting their eyes out. This is so funny. And I'm just like, huh, is it? But there's certain subtleties between the cultures that makes it difficult. So
yeah, as a translator, I think that that's one of the biggest things too. Like you'll watch a film and I'll look at the subtitles and I'm just like, ooh, no, that's not what it means. Ooh. Right? Yeah, I remember I was watching a few films and I was literally the only one laughing in the theaters.
It was like American or foreign
it was like
films?
It was like American film, like Rush Hour and stuff like that. Like, you know, just like this subtle jokes and then like, you know, Deadpool and stuff like that. You watch the film and it's translated. They got the point, kind of.
Yeah.
But it's not what Ryan Reynolds wanted it to be. And then I'm like over there like... Oh my
Everyone's
goodness.
just like, oh, it's a superhero.
And the person next to me is just like, what's so funny?
I get it.
Yeah. Okay.
We're open to it. That's the short answer.
Okay. So you are open to it.
Oh, yeah.
Samantha says, I can get soju in the Asian grocery shop here in Melbourne.
Oh, yeah. Get on it, mate.
Oh, be careful.
Be careful. Don't promote.
Don't you think that it tastes different? Because I've always found that the same products that are Korean in the States taste completely different than when you actually have it here.
I found that, as with wine, there's a certain requirement when it comes to the batch. So with wine, it might be the year that it was grown. I find with Korean drinks, maybe like soju, it would be the month that it was brewed in. So if you have something from March and you compare it to something in February, exact same brand, it might have a very different flavor.
I don't think anybody's ever said that soju has a different flavor palette. I've heard sweet and bitter. I've never heard that there's ever been a...
Yeah.
You're a never level. That's totally cool. Okay, fam, we need to take another quick song break. I know a lot of you are continuing to send in a lot of messages, so we're going to try to get to those in just a few moments. In the meantime, though, more music. We have K-Will on the track with Mare Boy, Talk Love, and more of our insiders coming up next. It's still Insider Day here on the show. It's K-Poppin for those of you just joining us here on Arirang Radio. I'm your host, Isak. We've got the very talented Chambo in the studio. Don't forget to check out his channel and whatnot, guys, because he's got a lot of fun content. So we've been talking about kind of like your move here to Korea. Oh my God, I love your curly hair.
It's not easy to manage. I love the straight. I would love to have straight hair.
Can we switch then? Because I would love to have curly hair. You know, the grass is always greener.
All right, absolutely.
Yeah, it is. So Susu asked this question. You did mention this earlier, but just for any of our listeners who might be tuning in, what does Chambo mean? So if you could repeat that.
Okay, so Chambo is my nickname since I was about 10 years old. It's a shortening of my full name, which is Chris Hambasumian, becomes C Hambo Chambo.
There we go. Gotta love that. Okay, when you have been living in Korea for the past year, I feel that first year, maybe not so much, but after about year 2, year 3, you really start getting homesick. Family, maybe foods, other conveniences, even though honestly Korea is like the most convenient country in the world.
Yeah.
Have you been getting homesick yet, or have you not really reached that point yet?
I think I'm in the fortunate place now where I was unfortunate a while ago that I'm just so used to it. So I left Australia permanently in 2015, mid-2015. Since then, I haven't lived in Australia. I've just gone back once or twice a year, see my mom, see my dog, see my friends, and it's a great time. But I don't think I get that feeling of loneliness anymore.
Okay.
I've adapted. I've become independent. And maybe it's overly independent at times where certain people have certain expectations of your behavior in terms of the friendships. But I'm like, oh, there's something wrong with them. Like, I'm just chilling, you know?
Exactly.
It's all good.
Okay. Before we go today, because our interview is actually starting to wind down, I do try to give our guests as much time to promote themselves, YouTube channels, all that fun stuff, your Instagram account, all that fun stuff too. Tell us if there's a new video coming up, if you have any more content that you want to share with us. So I'm going to give you a chance to PR yourself. So
okay, let's PR like crazy. How long do we have? 2 minutes? 1 minute?
A minute.
10 minutes?
You have a minute.
Guys, like, comment, subscribe. YouTube, TikTok is the biggest one. Instagram, if you just want to see topless photos of me.
Yeah, if you want to go see topless photos.
That's the end of my PR, but what I really want to do is leave you with a good message, is to focus on your passion, work really hard, and don't get distracted by things that aren't in line with your goal. There's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to be trying to guide you with a good intention, but they don't know what you truly want. Only you do. So do it. Do it now.
Yeah. And go follow him on his social media.
And follow me on
accounts.
all my social media. Hey, Chambo.
Yeah, we have it linked on our homepage too, so don't forget to go check those out as well. Thank you, Chambo, for joining us today. It was an awesome interview.
Much.
Hopefully we can have you back soon.
I would love to be back.
With some exciting news. But as we send him out of the studio, we got started on the track with a Goblin, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.